Hello everyone, welcome to the First Parents channel. And as you might know that on the first week of September we celebrate Nutrition Week, and the First Parents has come up with we're doing a couple of sessions, 7 days and 7 sessions in Mensa. So stay tuned for it, and we're starting the week with the topic Preconception Nutrition. And to discuss about this topic, we have an expert, a dietitian and a nutritionist joining us, Vani Singla. She's a postgraduate in food nutrition and dietetics from Punjab Agricultural University. She has been running her own venture of diet virtues since last 10 years. She has expertise in various lifestyle diseases and is certified in PCOD, PCOS, thyroid, diabetes, diet and gut health, hormonal balance in females, weight loss, and weight gain. So we welcome you, Vani. Welcome to Mensa and welcome to the parenting community. We're happy to have you.
Thank you so much, Palak. It's an honor to be here.
Thank you so much for joining us for this nutrition week. Like we're starting the session off with you. So we have a couple of questions. Right, sure. So we have a couple of questions regarding this topic that we received from various social media platforms. So I'll just jump onto them as we have a little like a few minutes left, like 18 minutes left. So can you tell us that when to start preconception diet?
Okay. So Palak, when a girl enters her menarche, that is when her period starts, that's the time where the hormone balance plays an important role. And without having the right kind of healthy diet, your hormones cannot be in a state of balance, right? So, and that is going to decide the chances of healthy pregnancy in future. So that is the time when eating right will make it easy for a girl to conceive. So a preconception diet can improve the chances of getting pregnant, having a healthy pregnancy, and a healthy baby. So I always suggest everyone that, when a girl enters her menarche, she should start taking care of her diet at that time only, from that moment, right? But if you haven't taken good care of your diet since then it is important that you start consuming a healthy, balanced diet at least a year before you plan your pregnancy.
So as soon as we start getting our periods, we need to take care of our diet. We need to control what we eat, right?
Exactly, because that is the time, when a girl enters her college, or like she is like around late school days. So that time, a girl starts into too much of junk food, partying and everything. She doesn't get conscious at that moment. But actually, that is the right time when she should start taking a little bit of care.
Right. So as we are discussing about diet, so my next question to you is that what food should we avoid while we are trying to conceive?
Okay, so I always suggest all my clients that don't eat anything with labels on it. Nowadays, you'll see so much of packaged and processed food with labels like low fat, sugar free, diet food, gluten free, etc. So many fancy names. But they all are processed food with preservatives, and this processing kills most of the nutrients which are present in the food. Eating fruits and vegetables according to the season is very important. So avoid anything which is frozen or from cold storage. Avoid processed meat, refined cereals like maida. You need to avoid alcohol, smoking, tobacco chewing, because all this disturbs the hormonal environment. It comes in the way of vitamins and mineral absorption that leads to various nutritional deficiencies, and that further can lead to infertility in both men and women. If you are into too much of drinking and smoking, then no matter how healthy you are eating, you will never reap the benefits of a healthy diet. Then next thing is that you need to avoid trans fats, as it increases the risk of infertility because of the negative effect on insulin sensitivity. Now, this insulin is basically a hormone in our body that controls our blood sugar levels. And it is seen that increase in insulin causes lesser production of the reproductive hormones. So, this causes lack of egg maturation and ovulation in women. Trans fats is basically present in burgers, chips, cakes, pastries, ready to eat food, etc. So, we need to avoid all these things. Then these days now people are looking using so much of plastics and different kinds of cosmetics. Now these plastics which contain BPA, at times you must have seen that certain plastics, it is mentioned that BPA free, right? But basically all these plastics, cosmetics, and then heating food in plastic containers in microwave, all these also leads to infertility, endometriosis, early puberty, and decreased sperm count in men. Because basically these plastics and cosmetics, they contain xenoestrogens, which is a synthetic form of hormone that competes with the hormones present in our body, right? So that can lead to infertility again. So we need to avoid all these things because these are basically coming in the way of conception.
Right, but as you like said, as you listed out a few things that we must avoid. So can we take take it in not too much, but we can take it, right? We can eat them. We need to.
See, everyone, huh? See, it's not that key. If I tell you that, from now onwards, you're not eating any junk food, any burger, and all that sort of things, right? That is not possible. Occasionally, if you are taking these as a cheat meals, then that is fine, once in a while. But some girls or men, even, they are quite used to having junk food daily. So that should be avoided. Once in a while you are having it, that is still like you are on a safer side.
Right, right. Uh, so that leads me to another question. That what are the factors that are affecting the fertility in men and women, and how can we improve it?
See, there are multiple factors that affect fertility, and it's important to assess the root cause of the sexual dysfunction. It could be due to high cholesterol, high blood pressure, thyroid, insulin resistance or diabetes, increased exercising, stress, sleep, obesity, etc. All these can lead to poor fertility, erectile dysfunction, decreased sperm count in men, and difficulty in conceiving in women as well. See, when a girl or a woman, when she's trying to conceive, she's not able to conceive basically. The first thing that doctor suggests her is to lose weight. But when doctor says na, that you have to lose weight, that moment the girl starts following all sort of fat diets that further worsen the situation. It's not just about losing weight, but gaining muscles is more important. More muscle means reduced insulin resistance. As I mentioned before, the hormone that controls our blood sugar level. And that can lead to better implantation of fetus, better release of reproductive hormones, and less risk of gestational diabetes. Right. So we need to take all these factors into consideration when we are trying to conceive. If the medical issues, if we are not facing any medical issues, we need to check all that. Then, secondly, if I talk about the diet part, there are certain foods since the ancient times, and that food is considered as the aphrodisiac foods. Now, these aphrodisiac foods basically they contain certain vitamins, minerals, and antioxidant contents that are thought to have the aphrodisiac properties that could help with the sexual dysfunction. Basically, they have certain properties, these foods, that helps with the infertility and improves the sexual function in both men and women. These are dark chocolates, apples, pomegranates, oysters and crabs, red wine, fenugreek seeds, saffron, and chamomile tea. The proposed mechanism behind these foods is that they may help to improve peripheral vasodilation, which means it dilates your vessels, the blood vessels, improves the blood circulation that causes increase in blood flow to the external genitalia, that is your genital organs, thus improving the fertility. Then you also need, apart from these, you also need to include probiotics, which is curd, buttermilk, and prebiotics, which is fiber food, which is present in fruits, vegetables, and millets like jawar, bajra, ragi, oats, because these improve the gut friendly bacteria in our body that promotes better absorption of nutrients. And if your body is like nutritionally adequate with no nutritional deficiencies, that again will promote the fertility in your body. High fiber food, which is like prebiotic, it binds to the excess hormones and helps our body to get rid of it. At times what happens is, like for example in case of PCOD, there is excess of testosterone, which is a male hormone in our body. At times there are deficiency of certain hormones, at times there are excess of certain hormones that again disrupts your fertility. So high fiber binds to the excess of hormone and helps your body to get rid of it. Then another mineral, zinc, which is very important mineral, and it has been associated with improved sexual health, especially in men. Example, pumpkin seeds. They are rich in zinc and it helps in improving sperm motility and sperm count. Another vitamin, which is vitamin B12, its deficiency is more commonly seen in women, especially the women who is vegetarian, because B12 is basically present in the non-veg food. So the women who are vegetarian, they need to include fermented food like idli, dosa, pickles, chutney, and these all the fermented food, they are like a blessing for your ovaries. So you need to check if your vitamin B12 levels are normal. Vitamin B12 levels, if they are normal, it helps in enhancing the fertility in both men and women. You also need to check for deficiencies of iron, calcium, and vitamin D, which is like most commonly seen in every woman. That again comes in the way of getting pregnant. Vitamin D3 supplementation, it can decrease your total testosterone in women. Testosterone, which is a male hormone, it decreases the level of testosterone in women and improves the menstrual irregularities. Another is omega-3 fats, which is present in fish, nuts and seeds like walnuts, almonds, chia seeds, flax seeds. These also help in reducing the testosterone levels and helps to regulate the menstrual cycle. Another vitamin, which is vitamin E, it is present in wheat germ oil and almonds. These are very rich source of antioxidants, and antioxidants helps to get rid of free radicals that damage the fertile sperm cells in male and the egg cells. You also need to get your thyroid levels checked, as iodine deficiency can lead to abortions and stillbirths. Then last and most important is the stress. Stress is also one of the major cause of infertility. So yoga and meditation will help to release that deeply stored stress in your body. So these are the things that you need to take care when you are trying to conceive.
So all the factors that you stated, every diet is different to deal with all these things, right?
Yeah, see, basically, if you are taking a healthy, balanced diet, a balanced diet will cover all the vitamins and minerals. At times, we are into, like these days, there are so much trend of fat diets and all. When, some people are like, we are taking carb-free diet, we are taking, right? So we need to avoid all sort of fat diets. If you are taking a balanced diet, then that will cover all the nutrients in your body.
Right, very informative, thank you so much, Vani. So as you know that women who are suffering from PCOS or PCOD have difficulties in conceiving. So how can we help them improve their condition while they're trying to conceive?
See, PCOD, PCOS, it is a very common condition, and I've seen this in many of my young clients. It is basically a condition in which there is accumulation of immature follicles in the form of cyst inside the ovaries, and male hormone that results in irregular or no menstrual cycle, acne, obesity, excess of facial or body hair growth, infertility, and more than 80% of women who have PCOS, they are having insulin resistance, which I mentioned before, like insulin, a hormone that balances your blood sugar level. So the girls who have PCOS, it is commonly seen that they have insulin resistance also. That means their blood sugar levels are not under normal range. So therefore, a diet which improves the insulin sensitivity will help in managing PCOD as well, and that will improve the ovarian dysfunction and ovulation. So for that, first and most important thing is to maintain a healthy body weight. Even the 5% reduction in weight will help in easing out the symptoms of PCOD. So for that, you can include a high fiber and high protein diet that not only helps to regulate your weight, but manage your blood sugars as well. Then secondly, you can take 1 teaspoon of fenugreek seeds soaked in 1 glass of water overnight. That will also helps in managing your insulin levels. You can add nuts like walnuts, almonds as a morning snack, vitamin E and omega-3 fatty acids that serves as a raw material for the hormone synthesis and helps to maintain the hormone balance. You can drink 1 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar in 1 glass of water half hour before lunch. That will again help to manage your blood sugar levels, and that will activate the digestive enzymes also, resulting in better digestion and weight loss. You can include salads with every meals, 1 to 2 servings of fruits every day. These are rich sources of fiber and antioxidants that will again help in weight loss and improving the fertility levels. Herbal drinks like which are prepared with cinnamon, turmeric, ginger, licorice, which is mulethi, they are anti-inflammatory in nature, and these also helps in improving the fertility. Last and the most important is the seed rotation therapy. It basically refers to the rotation of 4 kind of seeds according to your menstrual cycle. That is from day 1 to day 14. Day 1 is when your periods start. Till day 14, women need more of estrogen hormone basically to build up the uterus lining. That time you need to consume flax seeds and pumpkin seeds, right, to balance the estrogen levels. Then from day 15 to day 18, progesterone hormone is released, which thicken the uterus lining and get it ready for the implantation of embryo. So at that time, you need to consume sunflower seeds and sesame seeds that promotes the optimal release of progesterone. Now, this seed rotation therapy is helpful in regulating periods, reducing acne, treating infertility, endometriosis, PCOS and PCOD, and even the symptoms of menopause like hot flashes, night sweats, fatigue, mood swings, etc. Right. So here I would like to share one of my personal experience of a client who was trying to conceive since 5 years but could not because she had PCOD. So I started with the seed rotation therapy, reduced her weight only by 5% initially, controlled her sugar levels with high fiber food, fenugreek seeds, and apple cider vinegar. And after 8 months of following the diet, she conceived and delivered a healthy baby. Her husband was addicted to alcohol, so I made few improvements in his diet also, though he was very adamant about it. But then we managed. But now they are a happy family with a healthy kid. Right. So I would just sum up basically. I believe that if you keep your lifestyle active with any sort of physical activity for at least 30 to 45 minutes daily, eat a healthy, balanced diet with occasional cheat days, which is obviously allowed, avoid the junk processed food with proper sleep cycle of 6 to 8 hours daily. These are the basic 4 things. If you can do it, you don't need any sort of medical treatment to get pregnant, And I think it is not that difficult to follow even, right?
Right. Thank you so much, Vani. That was very informative session. It was a treat to have you in the having you
Thank
in
you
this
so much,
nutrition
Par.
week.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for watching. For more such videos, do like, share, and subscribe to the First Parents.